Hey everybody, it's Dave Mattis from RE/MAX of Reading with the Dave Mattis Group, and I am here today with a how-to video, and that is how to appeal your tax assessment here in Berks County, Pennsylvania. So every year you have a period in Berks County where you can appeal your tax assessment if you think it's too high. And that period is just about to begin from July 1st through August 15th, and it happens every year. So that you have that sort of 45 or 46 day window to get your application in. So it's a very easy process, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that and what to expect throughout the process. I have the county website here behind me, and in a little bit I'm going to have the website for the assessment office, which is where you want to go, put up on the screen as well. So anyway, how do you figure out if you are able to have your taxes appealed? Do you have a case? Essentially what you do is we need to figure out what fair market value is for your house. And of course you need to be able to defend that when you get in front of the assessment board. So this year for 2015 they have what's called a common level ratio. So you take your fair market value towards the times the common level ratio of 76.3, and if the answer to that equation is lower than your current tax assessment, then guess what? You have a valid case to get your assessment appealed. That number will change July 1st, so we actually don't know what it is for the year coming forward. But chances are it's not going to change that much, but that will have an effect on whether or not you may have a good shot at it. So, what I encourage people to do is come to me and we'll have a little discussion on what we think fair market value is for your house. I have access to all public records, which you do too, but I have very easy access to public records to look at what your current assessment might be. So in a matter of a few minutes, we'll know whether we have a case or not. The other thing I'll do after that is I'll guide you again to this, the county website, which then you can go to the assessment office. And of course I will have, at this spot here, I'll have the website for the assessment office, and there's an information page on how to do it, and then there's also a PDF that you have to fill out and include a check for your assessment appeal. So is it a costly process? It's not. I don't charge to do it. I do it for goodwill. But for residences and farms, it's only $25, so it's well worth it. Any other class of property is $100. Another piece of information: if you happen to own your properties in an LLC or it's owned by a corporation, you do have to have an attorney file the application, and you do have to have an attorney with you for the hearing. So it does add to the costs, and typically you're going to need an appraisal for that process as well. So a lot of people get worried, well, what do I do when it's time for the hearing? Well, we will have good information for you to present for your hearing. The hearings last from 1 to 5 minutes, so they're really nothing to get worried about. And as long as you have comparable properties or an appraisal, we should be able to get your assessment appealed in short order. So how does it work from there? Again, we have your hearing in August or September, and then the notices come out as to what the result of that hearing was in September and October. And if you had a, let's call it a victory, and you get your taxes lowered, it would take effect for the following tax year. But it is a tremendous benefit. And frankly, I've had, helped clients, friends, past customers, etc., save thousands of dollars in real estate taxes, and it's the right thing to do if you have the ability to do it. A myth that comes up sometimes: what if I go in for an assessment appeal hearing and they want to raise my assessment after that hearing? Well, in Berks County they can't do that, and that has never happened to any of the folks that I've worked with to help them get their assessments reduced. So I hope that was helpful. Again, it's Dave Mattis from RE/MAX of Reading and the Dave Mattis Group. Send this email to or this video to friends or anybody else that you think might benefit from it. It's not a hard process to do. You can take care of it yourself, or you can get my help with it as well.